Well, the Yankees are the first in the American League to 20 wins, so that's good. Juan Soto, their big offseason acquisition, continues to swing the bat well. And I've seen a lot of Yankees fans say that Hal Steinbrenner needs to ante up and go ahead and pay this guy right now. But as far as I can tell, there's only one problem with that.
The man does not have the money.
Hey, Derek, keep up the great work. You're the best podcast going. My concern is that you are in love with The Martian, as most of us, and you never talk about Spencer Jones. And he might be able to come back up in mid-season here, too. And then maybe Judge on first base, Adios Stanton or something, put somebody down, make room for these guys. Give those two youngsters a chance.
So thanks for the call. I will neither confirm nor deny that I have an unhealthy obsession with The Martian. No, I think he's going to be fantastic. But let's talk about Spencer Jones. I disagree that he's going to be up mid-season. I could see him coming up late this season, but he started off in Double-A. And what we've seen the last 2 years with the Yankees is that when guys start off in Double-A, the Yankees like for them to kind of dominate at that level before they move them up. And then they like guys to get a taste of AAA before they call them up to the majors. So I'd expect that Spencer Jones, if he continues to play well, and he's playing very, very well at Double-A, I'd expect him to be there for at least half a season, if not 3/4 of a season, and then to get a taste of AAA maybe August, maybe mid-August, and play there for, I don't know, a month or so, and then possibly come up and join the Yankees when the rosters expand slightly. They don't expand as big as they used to, but you can add a few more players this September. I do think he's going to be a fantastic player, and I want to see what he does against Major League pitching. But look, we've got the Martian coming back. He's obviously going to fill a need. We've still got Verdugo. Judge not going anywhere. Soto's not going anywhere. I can't see them just going ahead and cutting Giancarlo Stanton right now. I think if the Martian comes back and is in the everyday lineup, right now, the odd man out is Stanton. He becomes a bench piece. And then maybe, after the season, when it's become clear to Stanton that he's not going to play with the Yankees as much anymore, maybe he'd be willing to accept some kind of a trade, and then you can dump him for, cash considerations or a player to be named later or something like that. You're not going to get anything for him of significant value. But yeah, I'm excited about Spencer Jones. I love his speed. He's got as much speed as some of the top guys in baseball. It's been compared to Corbin Carroll, who, we saw him in the World Series last year in the playoff run. Fantastic. And he's got light tower power. I mean, he hits the ball out to all fields, and he's cut down on his strikeout rate. We saw him have a very good spring. So I'm very excited about Spencer Jones. I just think he's a little bit further away than the Martian.
Same situation. Wow, what a great one last night. Where would the Yankees be without this pitching? Blake has done a fabulous job, and I'm sure Cole has something to do with it. Of course, Gil has the skills. And Holmes definitely got my respect. I was never trusting him before, but I don't see why I can't trust him going forward.
Save situation. Dude, you got to stop calling us from the Lincoln Tunnel. Can't hear you. But yeah, Heel, fantastic job last night. I feel like he's toned it back on his fastball a little bit. He's not throwing every pitch as hard as he can. He's realized that he can pitch at 90% and still be at 95, 96 miles an hour, and that's good enough. And then dial it up when he needs to and save his command a little bit. So maybe that is something that Matt Blake is working on with him. Maybe that's something that Garrett Cole is working on with him. But I love to see it because he has bona fide ace potential.
Hey, Derek. This is Dom from North Carolina, a lifetime Yankee fan. First time calling, man. I have to say, one thing I think we need to keep in mind as fans, you learn more by losing than you do by winning. And so I know it's been tough. This is a good win tonight, but early struggles for this team, it's good, man. Clubhouse vibes, they're really solid. And if we go into the postseason as underdogs, man, I think this team makeup is just better off for it. So that's something we got to keep in mind.
Yeah, I guess you could say you learn more by losing, but it's also true that you lose more by losing, and it's tough to get into the playoffs and have a good spot in the playoffs if you keep losing. look, I've said a number of times that as fans, we got to learn to watch the baseball season and deal with the ebbs and flows without getting too emotional about every hot streak. You're going to win 3 in a row. You're going to lose 3 in a row. You're going to go up and you're going to go down. You're going to have slumps. You're going to have hot streaks. And that's just the way the baseball season goes. The idea is to put yourself in a good position to begin the playoffs, to have as much home field advantage as you can, and then get hot at the right time. That was Derek Jeter's philosophy, and that seems to be a little bit of Brian Cashman's philosophy, and I think there's something to it. I mean, we saw what the D-backs did last year. They won 84 games, 2 more games than we did in our miserable season that we found unacceptable, and they were the National League champions. They swept the Dodgers, who they had no business sweeping last year. So really the playoffs can be a little bit of a crapshoot. The Astros obviously have had some sustained success in the playoffs, so there's a little bit of been there, done that, and confidence that you get when you go back to the playoffs year in, year out, I think. But yeah, it's look, you're never going to put yourself in a great position by losing more. Yeah, you can try and learn from the lessons of losing, but winning is always the preferred option.
Derek, why didn't Ferguson come out to continue in the 8th inning? Because the first 2 batters for Baltimore were lefties. And you see, it's little things like that are going to hurt us because they add up.
I had the same thought, but one thing to consider is that, every pitcher is different, and some guys react to what's called up-downs differently. So if you get up to pitch the end of an inning and then you got to sit down and then you got to get back up, some guys don't respond as well to that physically, and their stuff can drop off. So that could be one issue. Also, might have just felt stronger about Hamilton in that spot. Obviously, he didn't get it done, but Clay Holmes came in and saved the day. As a few callers have mentioned, he has definitely pitched very well. So, kind of light on the voicemails today. I guess everybody's feeling satisfied after a good win yesterday. But hopefully we get the bats going a little bit today. We got an afternoon game. We got Carlos Rodon pitching. And then the Yankees head home. Tomorrow night they will take on the Detroit Tigers at Yankee Stadium. As always, I'll be here after the games with the postgame show. I'll see you next time.